Alrighty, we are loading up. So I have a little bit of clarification here. I have been taking a step back from Pokemon for, I want to say, a good couple months. I feel like I've done it all. Content-wise, I feel like I have a lot still in the tank. But the reason I bring this up is because I have not touched this save file in a while. And this save file, sadly, is not my original save file that I got when I was 10 years old. This save file is me as an adult, me playing a lot of Pokemon, Heartgold and Soul Silver, specifically in this copy of Heartgold. My entire experience in the remakes of the Johto region usually was played in this. We have 229 hours on this save file. And the reason I want to look into it now is for a multitude of reasons. One, I think it'd be really cool just to see where we are at, especially with me not remembering where we are at in this save file. Number two, recently, my previous first video on this channel hit recommended out of nowhere after almost a year up. And I went on and switched over to my other account to look into ideas of making more content, because I was like, I want to make more Pokemon content. And lo and behold, I was so surprised to see that it got like 20,000 views. And I was like, oh, I definitely have to do something now, right? So I thought, what better to look into the copy that I do not recall where we are at, and look and see what I've made of the copy that has, how many years now? It's been almost 15 years. Yeah, from 2010 to 2025 now. Well, it is 15 years, moving into 2026 soon. So this is a copy that I've had for a very long time, and this is my childhood copy. I didn't buy this, on eBay like my OG Platinum, the last video that you saw. That was bought in 2020 on eBay. I hope that we see some cool stuff. I don't really specifically remember, as I said before, but let's look into this copy. All right, where are we? Ah, yes, that's where we are. Okay. Yes, we are doing the Sinjo Ruins shiny hunt, and the reason that we're still stuck here is because I already got it. Yeah, that's right. I was doing a 4x hunt of Sinjo Ruins with my capture cards, and I got it. I actually bought Japanese Soul Silver to round us out on the 4 screens. I had two. I have this Heartgold, I have an English Soul Silver, and then I have a Japanese Heartgold, and now a Japanese Soul Silver. And my last piece of the puzzle to 4x times a hunt, Sinjo Ruins, that's the one that got it. And it was super under odds hunt, excuse me. So yeah, I think, I just, like, all my other copies are stuck in Sinjo Ruins, specifically because I was working on it. But we got it, so I'm just going to do the Sinjo Ruins event here. I'm not going to save because I might want to continue. And let's jump in. Yeah, so this is such a cool hunt, and also another reason that I have not played Pokemon for a bit is because when I got this shiny Sinjo Ruins Dialga, I didn't feel a lot out of it. I didn't feel like it was a big milestone. So that's surprising when you get such a rare shiny and you don't feel like, wow, oh my god, I did something amazing, right? But yeah, this cutscene is super cool. I wish more people knew about this. It's so interesting seeing all those Pokemon fun fact channels talking about this, and there's always someone surprised. But then I realize, there's a lot of people just getting into Pokemon, and these games are quite old now. I'm not gonna lie. As am I, almost 25, coming up in this November. I'm so excited to see what's behind this save file. And hey, maybe a random legitimate shiny here. If I get it, this Dialga shiny, I will immediately turn on my camera so that we can see the back of the DS to know that I am not cheating, because that would be wild. And we were doing Dialga. My main goal was to go Giratina. I think I'm saying that incorrectly. I hope I'm not. I saw a comment or two about that in the last video. But yeah, my goal was to go for Giratina. I wanted the antimatter of the trio. But I started with Dialga just because it's been a while since I've had a shiny Dialga, and I thought it would be a good warm-up to the 4x hunt. It went pretty smooth, all things considered. I mean, under odds, I'll take it. Alright, let's take this here, and then we'll move on out of this area. You guys gotta make sure I don't save. I know you're not physically here with me right now, or even in real time, but I gotta make sure I don't save. So Cynthia's going to yap a lot here, just like I am. And I'm just going to spam that beat button if you could possibly hear it in the background here. And I love how this is still doable if you go into Pokemon Pearl and Diamond and go to the Void. You can get yourself a Hall of Origin RCS or DNS exploit. You get yourself that event RCS. Okay, we are here already. Okay, let's see. First things first, let's just see if the Dialga that we got in the Central Ruins is shiny. Here's the RCS that I had. It's DNS exploited. Completely legitimate. Just put in the server details, connect yourself to the internet, and you get yourself all the events that were distributed back in the day. Let's see. Shiny Dialga 1. Would have been cool. Would have been really cool. Let's get ourselves out of here, and let's look into this save file, shall we? What's a good place? For Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, I love the aesthetic of that game. Love it. I think Gen 4 wise, I think that's my favorite aesthetic. But where will we go here? What is the place that just brings up so many memories? I think it's gotta be National Park, probably. Oh man. Oh, that genuinely makes my heart warm. What the heck? Oh, there's a gym leader here too. Hi Red, we have a bug catching contest tomorrow. I have won the contest many times, so I won't participate. But you should try it. I'm sure you can win. Well, thanks, Bugsy. Oh, I love how... Oh, this is so nice. Okay. So when you get close to the fountain, it dims the music a little bit. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, I get to tell you guys how I got into Pokemon. Okay, this is so cool. So, just to know, I was born on November 10th, 2000. And I didn't know what Pokemon was. I was oblivious. And me and my dad were in Best Buy. No, not Best Buy, excuse me. A Toys R Us. We were in a Toys R Us. And I think I've been good, or I was doing good at school, something along those lines. And he said, you could pick one game out at Toys R Us. So we went to Toys R Us, we're in the game section, and at the time, I only had a DS. I'm looking at the DS games. I'm looking at something that intrigues me. It intrigues my 9-year-old brain. And something about me, I really don't like puzzles. At least at the time. I don't know if I've aged out of it. But at the time, I really didn't like puzzles. But I see this really cool box. It's golden, and it's big. It's bigger than the DS cases that I'm seeing at the other games. And I turn it around. I'm looking behind. I'm looking at all the games and turning them around, the cases, to see what they're all about. To get like a glimpse into what's going on with them. And I'm looking at this Pokemon Heartgold, the one that comes with the Pokewalker. So already the packaging is different, and there's an allure. There's something there, and I'm like, oh, maybe this is better because it's bigger, because it has a different packaging. But I turn it around and I see puzzles. In my mind, I see puzzles. It looks like a puzzle game. It doesn't look intriguing. So I'm looking at this, thinking, should I get this? Should this be the game that I pick and I play? Because this was a rare occurrence. We were pretty strict with like giving toys and gifts, like we were not spoiled in that sense 100%. So I was like, I only have one chance to get a really cool game for my DS that I want to enjoy, but I didn't like puzzles, and this was giving off big puzzles vibes. So I looked at it, I asked my dad, hey, do you think this is a good idea? He said, yeah, it looks fine, you should go for it. So I picked it up, we went to the checkout register, and the rest is history. It's incredible to think that if I didn't get into Pokemon at that time, I think I would have a completely different experience with Pokemon. There's a possibility that I didn't get into it as a kid, and maybe down the line as an adult I did. I think I still would have enjoyed it, but growing up with it is a whole different experience. I'm so thankful that I didn't omit it. I'm so thankful that I actually went for it, even though it looked like something I wouldn't enjoy. New waters. And I decided to tread them. So I'm very happy about that. Good job, Kid JC. Or excuse me, Kid Void. Yeah, the channel name is Void Tweak, and I love it. I love it. Alright, let's see. Sorry if I'm yapping, but that is my job today. Alright, look at the trainer card. We got it here, all set up. The ID is 00510. Now, I do believe that ID was reset for. Not the biggest fan of it, but I think that was the nicest ID I have gotten in my time resetting. And If you've ever ID reset, it takes a lot of time to get a good one, or at least when you're picky like I am. Yeah, it took a hot minute. So we have 489 Pokedex. So we have a maxed out national dex. This was a full trainer card for Pokemon Heartgold and Soul Silver. So this does trump, technically, the platinum copy that I showed you guys last time. I started in 2021. Yeah, the era of Pokemon for me. 2021, 2020 was a great time for me to get back into Pokemon. Don't mind the handle on the bottom. That is my original handle. People were asking me, what is my main channel? I would say this is my main channel. I have no other main channels. This is the only one, Void Tweak. This handle I've had forever, and I will always have. But yeah, so that's why I signatured that. Started Hall of Fame debut, 23rd of 2021, December. Times linked, 653 times. Yeah, so all these times linked up is for trading for the Pokedex. Let's go and check out the PC, because that's probably what we're all interested in. But a Black Star Trainer card. Now, for Pokemon Heartgold and Soul Silver, it is so easy to get a full star trainer card. It is not the greatest achievement. 100 wins in the Battle Tower, I'll still take it. That is still pretty hard. Nothing to scoff at. Let's see. Goldenrod. Oh, Goldenrod. Back and forth, man. Doing all the egg hatching here. All right. Let's get into the Pokemon Center. Let's see what's the haps. Let's see what's going on here. All right. Very nice and spacious. Smells great in here. Red booted up the PC. As always, we always name ourselves Red, if that wasn't already apparent. All right, let's see. I don't remember what's in this save file. Okay. I'm going to start all the way on the right. Come on. Okay. Ooh, I kind of maybe want to like switch the screens here, because the top one is... Nah, you know what? It's fine. Okay. So Kanto 1. Oh, we have the full... This is the living deck save file, isn't it? Yeah. All right. Yeah. So this copy of Pokemon Heartgold has a full national dex in it, complete, but it has one thing that I removed from it. I think I removed the Sinnoh region from it to help finish the Pokedex in my platinum copies. But we do have a full Kanto Pokedex here. All right, more Kanto 2. They're all in the same slots that they would be. Paris, Parasect, Venonat, Venomoth, Diglett, Dugtrio. You know the gist. Let's keep going here. Nothing special. Now, these ones are just outright for the Pokedex. So these Pokemon, sorry to insult you guys here, but nothing crazy, nothing special. I caught you guys for the Pokedex. Was that shiny? And was not. Maybe some interesting IDs. Let's see here. Red 510, 510s, Mindy. That might be traded. Okay, that is traded. That is 100% traded. Rudy, I don't know where that's from. Rocky. I think that these are just AIs in the game, I believe. I never trade with those guys. I don't know if I did this save file. Once again, it's been a while. But no outstanding IDs. I know that in my old Platinum copy, I had a bunch of my brother's old Pokemon and maybe Pokemon from the era of when we were really into Pokemon as kids, 2012, Pokemon White version around that time. But in this save file, I think that it's all just straight business, right? We're all there for the living decks. We're all there for the stars on the trainer card here. So the Magmar is missing. That's something. Got to get on that. I think it's just moved somewhere else here. For the Magma armor, for the quick egg hatching. I think that's out of the PC for that reason. Is this Mewtwo special? Let's check it out. Docile. I know this is not from this save file. Yeah, John. Oh, it is. Oh, look at that. So there we go. What year is this? 2013. Okay, so that is possibly OG. That probably is OG. The reason I say probably is because I don't recall if I had an H in my John, my original Pokemon Heartgold save file. But that's so cool. That is definitely legitimate. That is not something that I would recreate. That is not another person named John. That is very cool. 45193. Interesting also to see the ID that I had at that time. Anything special here? I never trained it up. It doesn't look like it has any XP. It does, actually. Tiny bit. Okay, so we got some EVs on that somewhere. Very cool. Okay, so that 150th Pokemon does, in fact, have some special background. Cool. Very cool. So Kanto 5 completely full. of everything you need in Kanto, except for that Magmar probably elsewhere. Johto, oh, in the sky background, very cool. So yes, we have a, oh, well, would you look at that? That is a shiny Meganium. Let's see where that's from. Red 64244. I know exactly what this is. So, if you guys don't know, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, if you are ever going to get into full odds hunting, it is the easiest in this game at the start with the starters. If you quad hunt, if you double hunt, if you just single hunt, you're going to find a shiny pretty quick. And that's what I did. I was, I think, phasing for some Totodile. I only have one Totodile. I've gotten many Cyndaquil and many Chikorita. And when I got a shiny that I didn't want to continue the game with, I would, first of all, play until I'm able to transfer the shiny, reset the save file. So you see there's 64244 for the ID number. That isn't a number that is special to me. That isn't a number that I would continue on playing with. So this is most definitely a Meganium that I got and I phased on. And I just wanted to continue. So I just traded it over. Pretty cool. And I like how I put it into the actual living decks to have some significance here. Let's see, probably the Typhlosion. Yeah, okay, so the Typhlosion is not, but the Quilava is. Let's see here. Let's see what this is. Red 14050. Oh, excuse me, 14050. There we go. I don't know if I don't treat these shinies as like super duper special, sadly, just because I've done this hunt so many times that there's really no significance to them anymore. I'm sorry. If I get a Totodile, that's something special though, because I only had one Totodile. One. I believe it's in this save file, but I never got any more shiny Totodile. I've gotten so many shiny Chikorita, so many shiny Cyndaquil, but yeah, this is special here, the Totodile. So don't have that right here as the Living Dex member, but that's perfectly fine. I don't think anything else in this first box of Johto is anything special. Everything just for their placement in the Living Dex. And we're seeing some gaps already. I don't know what goes here. This is Swooper, probably. Wooper to Quagsire. Umbreon here, I'm just guessing. Okay, we got some Pokemon here that I can look through here. Level 1, that's probably just hatched. Just trying to get into my head when I was doing this. Yeah, hatched just for that Snubble, just for that Living Dex. Yeah, okay. So this has definitely been picked apart, the Living Dex. I had it fully complete. It was beautiful. I could have shown you then, but I'm showing it to you many years later. Yeah, we're seeing gaps, brother. My goodness. What is this level 1 Scizor? What is this, man? Okay. Interesting. Let me see if there's anything else. I don't recall any kind of shinies in the Living Dex. Oh, we got some Japanese here. Pretty cool. Oh, this was done with the Pokewalker. Oh, this is interesting. So I just want to say right now, I do have my Pokewalker originally for this game, which is super cool. I did buy a second one, and the copies of Japanese Heartgold did come, and Japanese Soul Silver did come with their own Pokewalkers. So I probably got these Pokemon from the Japanese Heartgold and then just moved them over. Yeah. So that's very cool. I do know in my time that I did use the Pokewalker when I got this in 2021, and I was putting some serious time into the save. Did I ever transfer them into the Living Dex here? No. I mostly just walked with my Pokemon. I thought it was pretty fun. I did it for like a week. I bought new batteries and everything. But yeah, it's pretty fun for what it was. All right, Johto 4. Anything special here? Oh, okay, so these are probably all the... Yeah, okay. So this right here, my friends, these are not mine. These are Pokemon events. Excuse me, I was trying to determine which a Pokemon event this was, because I always get multiple of the shiny Raikus when I do the DNS exploit. Pretty cool. Just fill-ins, 2011 win Pokemon distribution. Pretty cool stuff. But so far we're not seeing any of my own shinies and my own accolades here, so let's look around further, man. Got a Larvitar here. So I believe this, yes. This was a failed attempt of getting a Tyranitar that would be viable for the Battle Tower. So you might see more of these baby Larvitars. I know a lot of my trial and error with hatching and getting good Pokemon that are viable for the Battle Tower did occur in this save file. So just want to make that as apparent as possible. So we got a Tyranitar here, nothing special. Lugia, Ho-Oh. Let's check these 2 box legends because they are at the top here. John, again, 2013 with a netball. John, you got some somewhat of concerning taste there. Netball, what are you doing? 45193, and this at Pokerus at some point. That is so cool. And what did I do here? For setting a legendary record. Okay, so I did play in the Pokeathlon. Yep, that is that is a 13-year-old's idea of a moveset. Waterfall, Surf, Hydro Pump, Aeroblast. If it's still breathing, I am doing a disservice to my Pokemon. My opponents are not going to be alive with that moveset. That moveset is just attack, attack, attack. My greatest defense, attacking back. Wow. Okay, cool. We got something there from John Seyfalgan. Same ID as well. Pretty cool. And same thing here. I have a lot of... Oh, this is the straight basic moveset. Sacred Fire, Punishment, Ancient Power, Safeguard. Okay. All right, Bold, 2013. That's so cool. That is very cool. I'll take that, man. Little pieces of history still in this Heartgold copy, despite it not being the original save. All right. Staryu, Scyther. Ooh, what is this? Level 100, Adamant, XP share. False Swipe. Oh, this is a False Swiper. Kanto. Oh, okay. This is from my Fire Red copy. I moved it up. This was my False Swiper. This got me through some good shiny hunts. Specifically Deoxys. Yeah, that was my Deoxys. Yeah, okay, so this Scyther has seen a pretty cool shiny. That's so cool. Yeah, I didn't have access to Emerald at the time, so I couldn't trade a Smeargle to my Fire Red copy. So when I was playing Fire Red in Celadon Town, I went and got myself a Scyther for the playthrough. And when I was done with that save file and I decided to move it up, all my shiny Pokemon, my shiny Charmander, my shiny Deoxys, I decided to move out the Pokemon that helped me get there. The heavy hitters, the things that help me catch stuff. So that Scyther is pretty cool. The ID is super sick too, in my opinion, 73. I know that Red, the character that we're taking the name from here, he has a 70 number on his back. It would be really cool if that lined up. I don't think it's 73, but yeah, pretty cool. Scyther, okay. Anything else here? Executor. This is the same thing. Safari Zone, Executor. I put vitamins in this so that I can outspeed Deoxys, so I could get that sleep off. Yeah, I did X accuracy. I remember the strat, man. My goodness, these 2 Pokemon helped me get Deoxys. Very cool. And this Kadabra was the same thing. To trick leftovers, I believe. I don't know if it still has it on there. Leftover something. This Kadabra was meant to make the battle go for an infinite amount of time. Very cool. Very cool. So these 3 are just chilling in here. I didn't know where they were, but now I know. Here's the thing. When you have so many Pokemon games, you don't remember where you put all your stuff, right? So it's cool to like, oh, I remember where I put this now. It's nice. It's like seeing someone else's copy for the first time. So Johto 4 ends here. I do believe I had the Sinnoh just starting here. But yeah, I moved it all to my Japanese Pokemon Platinum so that I can get started with the Pokedex there, because I really love the Japanese Platinum. Somewhat even more, I want to say, than the Platinum save that I showed you guys last time. So yeah, so this used to have a full national dex, or excuse me, living dex, but I did break it up into pieces and spread it to the other copies that have yet to get their national Pokedex. So I think that's where we end the Johto and just in general the living dex. The rest from here is my own personal desires and goals, and let's just see what I got here. So in number 1 here, okay, so we're breeding for a good Smeargle. Yeah, every single time that I decide to breed a Smeargle, I make sure the IVs are perfect, because I don't want something happening where I get a bad Smeargle with bad defense, bad special defense, and I could otherwise live and get one more extra turn for the shiny, to catch the shiny in my preferred ball. So most of my Smeargles, especially late game into my Pokemon Gen 4, Gen 3 experience, yeah, they were all trained up to be able to maximize the amount of turns that I got out of my shiny hunts. Let's see what the Dittos are here too. Yeah, so I also farm Dittos. Yes, I farm Dittos. I remember that now. Yeah. If you go directly south, up the waterfall of... I'm trying to remember what it's called. Yeah, the Safari Zone. If you go south of the Safari Zone and go to that route and then go up that waterfall, maybe I'll put a picture up here. I don't know. But if you do that, then at night you throw a dust ball or you throw out an Abra and let it transform. When you encounter the Ditto, let it transform into your Abra. You throw a dust ball, instant catch. It basically never fails. It's like 99%. Okay. And I farmed Dittos that way. And the reason I did that was because I wanted to get a really good IV'd Ditto for breeding. And once again, breeding on this save file, rampant. Like we were doing Tyranitar, we were doing... I know Tyranitar specifically. I don't know if we did Garchomp in this save file. But a lot of Pokemon went through for this. And let's see, I don't know what these IVs are for this. These are probably not amazing. But they are Adamant. I was looking for really good Modest. So I was thinking Modest. And then Adamant, I was thinking the same thing. Because that is like the most go-to natures. But yeah, I actually found some shinies just farming Dittos like that. Someone asked me, why didn't I just RNG manipulate? I like to do everything legitimate. I'm not saying that RNG manipulation is cheating. To me, when somebody reverse engineers and puts a whole map layout of you traversing the RNG in these games where you could freely manipulate it, that does seem a little sketch for me. I also thought the journey of possibly finding a shiny would be really cool, which I found too, which is super cool. It did get testy at times though, where I was like, I want to RNG minute, man, this sucks. Because you go through so many Dittos and they don't have the right IVs, they don't have the right nature, yada yada. Yeah, that was rough. Hey, there it is. There's my shiny Totodile, all grown up. There's the shiny Leaf. So the shiny Leaf was exclusive to these games, I believe, and was also part of the Trainer Star. This might be the last piece of that Trainer Star. The Feraligatr that I got. Is this the same save file? It isn't. Okay. 28659. So what I possibly did is I got it in another save file, moved it, and then started this one and just moved it back to play in. Which, I'll take it. It is what it is. Just don't over level it until you get all your badges. 28659. This is my only shiny Feraligatr. It has had Pokerus. Got it in 2020. I do remember that. Yeah, I got this on stream too, I remember back then. That is pretty cool. And what is that? What is that move pull? My god, that is abysmal. Cut, Surf, Waterfall, Whirlpool. 2013 John would have been happy with that, I think. What the heck? Okay. That's our first shiny that we've seen in the save file so far. Adamant, Synchronized Smoke Ball. That right there is the Ditto. That's the Ditto farmer right there, my man. Nicknamed Adamant, Nature Adamant, Synchronized Smoke Ball. Yeah. Jeez. Chilean Berry. I don't know what that Rattata. I think that's filler here. Geodude. Dot. Okay. Interesting. Talo. I was looking to make a competitively viable Guts Swellow. Yes. I remember, man. I remember. And I did get a shiny trying to find one of these, by the way. Hoot Hoot. Abra. This was the jolly one. Okay. Let's go over to 2. Wow, that's nothing there. Okay. Macargo. Flame Body. I don't know what these eggs are. Yeah, I'm not going to find out. I'm going to leave them there for now. Alright. Bunch of empty boxes. And after 2, we're getting to the good stuff. Let's see. Bold Synchronize. That was needed. I think that's more needed for shiny hunts more than anything. More than Ditto farming. Yeah, I don't think I needed a bold with really good... Actually, I did. Yeah, I did need a bold. Okay. Yeah, no, that might be a healthy mix of both Ditto farming and just shiny hunting for the Synchronize. Alright, this is my Japanese Smeargle. This was moved over 42842. That's close to my OG. 2021 Solosin. Okay. Okay, this right here, I don't think is a trained up Smeargle. It is EV trained. It had Pokerus. I did train it. I did give it the right moveset. This yielded a Japanese shiny Ditto, or excuse me, shiny Ditto, a Japanese shiny Giratina. However, I had to Master Ball it. I deemed it as a failure. This also was not IV trained. So, bit of a question mark, Smeargle. I don't think this Smeargle will ever see play again. I think it's just going to be my PC because I just have so many better options here, sadly. Sorry to say. But pretty cool. That's for my, that's a long gone Japanese save file. That was my first one. And I reset it after I had to Master Ball a shiny that I really did not want to Master Ball. Alright, let's see here. Amulet Coin. Okay, Arceus. Pokemon Movie 09. Wow. I don't think I've seen that like OT and that like where it came from in any English save file. So this of course is given DNS exploit. This was done in a Japanese save file. That is so cool. Okay. And that is going to be helpful for the Sinnoh Ruins. I mean, if we're obviously going to continue doing it, and we already have the Arceus, but there you go. This theoretically would work. I think this would definitely work. Very cool. Here's another Larvitar. There we go. Sound it out. Yeah, this one also training it up. Pidgeotto, this one's just for flying. I think this was actually used in the save file. Yes, it was. This was the fly Pokemon. Okay. I remember that. And a Regigigas down below. Where is this from? Where are you from, my friend? Pokemon event 2020. Okay, so this is for the Regice's in Pokemon Platinum. Regice, Regirock, Registeel. Okay, so this is really helpful for if I have a Platinum copy that I want to send this over to and decide to hunt the Regis again. I already got all 3 shiny. This is where it goes, man. God, I feel like such a veteran. I feel like I've put so many years into this. I'm definitely in the more chill years of my life in the sense of playing Pokemon, but yeah, this is really cool. I low-key want to like buy a Switch now and just play the new ones, just to see what the new vibe is. I guess maybe I'll play some of that here on Void Week. We'll see. All right, another shiny Entei. That is so far just a lot of DNS exploit. Yeah, so far just a lot of events. Is this mine? Is this mine? It's not. I got excited. I did have one. I know I did have one. And it took me a long time, and I did not like it. I think it did. Yeah, no, actually it didn't take a long time. But it's still, I did not like the Bills PC EV Shiny Hunt. Not a fan. Jirachi, this is all DNS exploit. This is DNS exploit 2. Let me just double check. Yes, it was. Pokemon events, Pokemon events, Pokemon events. Same thing. You see level 30 and you see a pretty rare berry. There you go. If I got a DNS exploit, nice natured Mew, oh, I would be so happy. I think they are randomized, the natures. I think the IVs might not be. A Celebi here. So this might be able to start an event here in Pokemon Heartgold where you actually meet Giovanni. If you go to the Elex Forest, you go to the shrine, Spiky your Pichu. It might. I don't know. It might. I think I've done that, but it's been a while. Another Raikou here. Roselia. What is this? 209. Ooh, fellas. This is my up-to-date current Japanese save file. My 00009 save file. And this Roselia, excuse me, hails from that. Yeah, I love that Japanese save file. That is like somehow trumping my original Platinum save file. It's so cool. Dusknoir, Frostlass, and Smeargle. So these two were also part of the Sinnoh decks. You can see Sinnoh 3 up there. That's Smeargle. I don't know what's going on with that. That's probably just, yeah, you know, it's 55 because it was in the daycare. This is definitely for IVs being passed down. So far, just okay. Nothing too phenomenal. But let's move over to Sinnoh 4. No, decks end. Okay. So 2 more DNS exploits. We have a Larvitar, and we have Staryu, and we have Coughing, and we have Wooper. Let's check out this Cresselia. What is this Cresselia? Red 11194. Oh, this is my Platinum copy from the last video. So I did catch the Cresselia there. How about that? That's unfortunate. I should definitely have shiny hunt that, but it is what it is. The shiny hunting a roamer I've yet to do that. I've yet to do that. I will though, and I'll document it for you guys. I'll make a nice video essay. Pretty cool. So as you saw, the Staryu, the Larvitar, the Coughing, all of these are bred, right? My team for the Battle Tower was Jumpman's team on the Smogon forums. So it is Starmie, Tyranitar, and Garchomp. So a big part of my wins in the Battle Towers in all my Gen 4 games are thanks to that team. I crafted it myself. It took a long time, and I'm thankful it got me the win because it's a attack team. I do not like the strats in the Battle Tower. I just want to go and rush forward. And thankfully, you know, I think within 2 weeks I'm able to get it. The first time it took me a long time because I just had to get used to it. But yeah, so that's why those Larvitars and that Staryu are there. All right, we're at the deck's end. Let's see what's at the end. Save the best for last. What have I done in this save file that is worthy of being such a cool save file, worthy of my first copy of Pokemon Heartgold and first copy of Pokemon in general? Let's see, man. There we go, man. There we go. This is the heavy hitter stuff. Box 18. I'm not a big fan of the box wallpaper. Let me actually see here if I can change it. But there we go. Box 18. Let's check it out, okay? Shiny Deoxys with a Master Ball. There we go, man. So one would look at this and be like, this isn't real. This isn't legitimate. It is. That Master Ball, I didn't use in my Fire Red copy to catch it. I put it on there and I moved it up. That Deoxys, caught in a regular Pokeball, level 30, 2022, has the same ID. Very, very cool. And I moved it over to, I think that's its speed form, attack form. I don't know. I don't know what, it might be attack form. It's definitely not at defense or normal. I think it's, I think that's attack. That's not speed. But very cool. Yeah, so this was the hub for my finished first Fire Red copy. So as I said, the shiny Charizard and the shiny, I think the shiny Charizard is right below us. There it is, yeah. I'm a huge fan of the Gen 3 sprite. Gen 4 sprite's not bad either, but Gen 3 sprite is the best, easily. Yeah, 73, careful. Yeah, very cool. So, those were my two shinies from my Fire Red copy. Let's see what we got in this copy. A shiny, timid, leftovers, fully EV trained, shiny Lugia. And, to top it off, my brothers, look at that. Look at that beauty. Look at that love ball. Look at the Pokerus still on it. Bro, come on now. That is why I reset my game so much, to get perfection, to chase perfection. The only thing that I could have done here more was have better IVs, but that's completely out of my hands. I am so happy with this thing. Look at this. Yeah, I always try to chase perfection with my shinies, and when there's one that I specifically really want to hit, I kind of do have this nasty habit, or at least did, of resetting until I get it. That is a beautiful box art Pokemon. Look at that, man. Lugia. Okay, so that's a really good nature for it. This is fully EV trained. I actually might even take this out and just, you know, check it out in battle. Because this entire video so far has been spent in the PC. So, yeah, let's get that out of here. Very cool, man. Okay, shiny Suicune. This is another huge one. Oh my god. Before I get to that, though, look at this, guys. Shiny Adamant Miltank. This was found while I was trying to find Dittos. Yes, man. I really want a shiny Ditto, don't get me wrong. But to phase on a Miltank, Adamant Nature, female, and I had some dive balls to boot, this is super cool as a random shiny. I like this a lot. And had a Moo Milk when I found it. Very, very cool. Let's get to that Suicune though, because I'm really excited about that. Modest Nature Suicune. Look at this. With a dive ball, man. With a dive ball. Believe it or not, I have a second one of this. Legitimate. The second one is dive balled as well, and the Synchronize also worked, and I got a Modest. I have two shiny Suicune that are practically the same. And as you can see, Burn Tower, I decided not to catch it in the place that it initially ends up being in. I think directly north of Cerulean. Is it Cerulean? It's not Celadon. Cerulean. Yeah, where Misty is. I decided to feint it, do the Pokemon League, and it spawns back in the Burnt Tower. I just thought it was fitting. You know, this is where this Pokemon came from, so I should hunt it where it came from. And that OT and where it comes from when I caught it, Burnt Tower. That's so cool to me, man. I love that. 2023, that's more of a recent shiny in this save file. Has the OG moveset. I don't think I've ever thrown this thing in a battle. I've yet to EV train it, as you can see. Rain Dance, Gust, Aurora Beam, Mist. This is so cool. I'm also going to take this out and just walk around with it. Love that. Absolutely love that. I think we're getting to the heaviest hitter in this save file, and I'm really excited for it. Let's see. This is not it. This is not it. Typhlosion. Have a lot of these. Which one is this one? Red 510. Oh, this is the starter for this save file. Okay, yeah, okay. So I paired this save file. I ran in with that shiny Totodile that I moved from the other save file. And then when I got a shiny Cyndaquil here, I just teamed up a shiny Totodile and a shiny Cyndaquil, and I ran with the save file. So this is the starter for this save file. Pretty cool, man. And it's female. Shiny female. And Modest Nature. That is wild, actually. I don't remember ever having good luck with that. What the hell? Excuse me, my language. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember the nature being that good. At least for like Flamethrower, Eruption, that kind of stuff. Because I do believe Eruption, yeah. How interesting. Okay, very cool. That's my shiny starter for this Let's Play. Let's Play. What am I talking about? For this playthrough. Let's keep it moving. Shiny Ho-Oh. Level 45. Is this the one that... Oh, yeah. Okay. So, this is the shiny Ho-Oh that I caught in this save file. This was the box art legend that I got shiny. And I caught it in a regular Pokeball. However, the synchronized didn't work. It landed on a neutral nature, so it's not bad whatsoever. But I was, at this time, not catching it in fastballs, because I think I would have caught it in a fastball in this day and age to match Love Ball, Lugia, fastball, Ho-Oh. It just rhymes. But this time, I was still catching everything in 3% normal Pokeballs. ID is 510, yes, that we have it at here. Has the base moveset that you would get. Yeah, I've never done anything with this. Same with the... What was the other one? With the Suicune. But really cool. Every single time that I start one of these save files that I know I'm going to be putting elbow grease into, I always get the box art legendary shiny. It has to be shiny, man. I mean, at this point, what are you going to do? You put so much time in the game, you got to get some good shinies. And what a beautiful shiny that is. I think I've gotten 3 shiny Ho-Oh in my time playing Pokemon. All hunted, all chasing that perfection of that Lugia. Let me see if you... Oh, I have it in my box. Or excuse me, my party. But yeah, I've never been able to hit the holy trifecta for the Ho-Oh. And hopefully down the line, I'll be able to do so. But still a really cool shiny and nothing to scoff at. All right. I'm gonna go to the next one. Ah, this is it. Okay. Yeah, so this is the... Yeah, red 42842. This is the save file that I had before my 0009. It's the same copy of Japanese Platinum. I just reset once I had to Master Ball this Giratina. I consider this thing a fail. It was a total fail. I walked in there with a Smeargle, fully prepped to take this thing out in a regular Pokeball. I had to Master Ball it. I came in with a Synchronized Mon. It didn't work. It went to Gentle. Yeah, a big L. The more I looked at that ID as well, I don't know if that's a palindrome there. 42842. It looked similar. That is not a palindrome, excuse me. But I think I was shooting for like some kind of symmetry there, and I was like, oh, that's symmetry, 42842. That's good. The more I looked at it over the playthrough, I didn't like it. This one was the final nail in the coffin. I just wanted to reset the save file, so I moved over the shiny here and reset it until I got that beautiful ID, and I ran with that. And the rest is history for that save file. But yeah, this is a failed shiny Giratina, which is crazy to think about, because some people never even get full odds 1 out of 8,192 shiny Giratinas in their time. But yeah, I consider this a failure. Sorry to say, Giratina. All right, shiny Execute. Oh my god, I cannot speak. After I record for a long enough time, my boy, I'm out of it. All right, let's see. Yes. Oh, I caught it in a fastball too. That is what we got to catch Ho-Oh in. Look at how that looks, dude. Look at that. That looks amazing. I wish I got that on Ho-Oh. Yes, this is a lot. Oh, this is a lot sooner. 2024. That was not that long ago. That was a full year ago. Yes, I was looking for a swallow. I was headbutting a tree. I think it was in Cherry Grove over the water. I believe that's where it was. And I just randomly got a shiny Execute. I would have loved a Tailo. Once again, it's like, I would love a shiny Ditto, but I get a Miltank. I would love a shiny Tailo, but I got an Execute. I'm not complaining. I just think it's funny. But really cool. I'll take that. And I just quickly fastballed it. I love how I had some rare Apricorn, Diaball, that rare balls to use on these random shinies. That Miltank and this Execute. I'm gonna hit my monitor. I'm gonna just full on punch it. Execute. Fellas, I'm gonna show you my favorite shiny in this entire playthrough. Okay? I hope that you enjoy it. Getting in the summary, and shiny Lapras. I can't even describe to you how lucky this was. Lapras is my favorite shiny of all time. Or favorite Pokemon of all time. Lapras is so beautiful, and I decided to hunt it for the first time. This took like 20,000 plus resets, but it was all worth it. Look at the symmetry of what worked here. So upon entering the battle, it is female, which I'm lucked out because this is, in my opinion, a more feminine Pokemon, right? I'm able to love ball it. It doesn't have an awful catch rate, and I'm prepped. I'm always prepped for these, so I'm able to catch in the love ball. That's one beautiful symmetry. We have it being female. That's another beautiful symmetry, and we have it being modest. The synchronized worked. The 50-50 worked. Look at that. I didn't finish the shiny leaves with this, but that's very simple to do. I'll even try to do it maybe at the end of the video. Surf, Toxic, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt. This thing was EV trained. It had Pokerus. I mean, what more do you need? Look at that moveset. Maybe get some PP ups on that if I wanted to be extra specific, right? Extraordinary, incredible, Regal Ribbon. Wow, and I even sent this to Platinum to get its ribbons. That's how much I love this thing. That is crazy. That is a crown jewel for me in this save file. That is so cool. All right. So here I was thinking that I didn't do a lot in this save file. I did. I did a lot. And let me see if there's anything else. There is not. Okay, let's go back to National Park, and I think I'll finish up the video doing some encounters with some of the shiny Pokemon of this save file. And just closing thoughts in general. It's genuinely so beautiful every single time. Let's check out these Mons, eh? I do have to reset to make sure that I'm back in Sinjo Ruins, because I probably will continue something there. Look at that, man. Look at that. Oh, that looks so beautiful. That is nice. That's Suicune as well. The Suicune back sprite, or the following sprite. Oh my, look at that, dude. That is the best back sprite, I think. Or just following sprite. I don't know why I keep saying back sprite. That is so beautiful. Oh, I love it. I love it. Pokemon means a lot to me. And achieving like maxed out trainer card in this game is a nice love letter to kid me. A grown up understanding how to play the game and how to beat it. Catching all these shiny Pokemon that you don't see me prepping for it, but there's so much prep that goes into it, and most times I have to do a hunt 2 or 3 times in order to make it work. To make all those factors work. To get that shiny Lugia in the way that I did, timid, love ball, everything, like that takes time. That takes so much prep, and you get duds like that Giratina that I saw, and then I have to do it again. So to not have many shinies in this save file, but I came in, I had specific goals, Lapras, Suicune, Lugia, and to get their best versions of themselves. I mean, the only way I think I could top that Suicune is if I threw a Moonball on that. But the Dive Ball just works so well, in my opinion. Do I continue playing on this same file? Probably not. This one is going to be shelved for a while. Sinjo Ruins, if anything, is going to be its continuation. And even then, that shiny, if I continue with it and do go to Palkia next or go to Giratina next, that is going to be a trophy mon. So, I wonder. I don't think there's anything else I can show you in the save file that is especially crazy. There's no villa here in Pokemon Heartgold and Soul Silver. I'm thinking to myself, Pokeathlon, But again, you see the trainer badge or the trainer star. I'm just wondering if there's anything else I need to show you guys before I wrap up this video. Overall, I just want to talk about that last video hitting recommended. That's so crazy. I recorded that video a while ago and I did enjoy it, and I liked having this time capsule or this showcase, excuse me, of the effort that I put in, and seeing people enjoy that and seeing people just talk about it. I think that's so cool. I put so much time into it, and I'm very appreciative and thankful that people care about it. So thank you if you're a new viewer. My name is Void Tweak. If you need anything else from me in the sense of, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that. If you want to see anything else from my vast collection of Pokemon games, you only need to ask. So thank you for being a viewer. Thank you for being here. And if you find anything here relaxing or enjoyable, please do hit me with a like or subscribe. That felt weird. I don't usually do that. But yeah, a new channel, new content in a while. So I thought it was warranted. I think I'll wrap it up there. It's been almost an hour. It's been actually an hour on the dot in 10 seconds. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. It's been so real. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and keep enjoying the best generation of Pokemon, Pokemon Gen 4. Take care.